answer.
So what did he say? What did he Google that it's scientifically proven that they're right?
80% correct.
Wow. And look, I, as I said, when I've got a specific question,
travel too.
when I've got a specific question, that's what I use for me. I don't use my own. These are really good. Do you tend to use your own that you've made to read other people, or just when you're feeling it?
I do tarot. Like I'm a bit like you. I do the psychometry, hold the jewelry.
Yeah.
So we should talk about psychometry. So how do you? Because you're the first person I've seen use psychometry. I'd never seen anyone use psychometry before you.
I don't know if many people use it and write that way.
Yeah, I've never seen.
But I find that gives you a little bit more confidence, I guess, instead of just talking it.
Yeah.
So, and it's probably I guess a combination of psychometry and automatic writing.
Yeah.
So you can automatic write when I do phone readings, so like we do when we're here, I guess.
Doodle.
And we write things and draw guns. And
oh, look, she's getting the jewellery out. I knew she was going to do that. So psychometry, for those of you who don't know, is you hold the jewellery and you get
write it.
you get feelings. For me, I don't know about you, Shaz, but I get pictures.
Well,
and it's like
because
a story.
I write it, if I just hold it like that, yes. But I think mine's a combination of, because sometimes I don't even need it.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
I think mine's more the automatic writing. I think if you see pictures, like...
yeah, it's like a movie.
It is a psychometry.
Yeah. For me, it's like a movie. I'll be holding it and I'll get a picture of a kitchen or a picture of a house, and I found lately that when I'm doing that, I'm actually describing the people's homes or what colour car they're driving. Like I did a reading on the phone last night, and I said to her, who's got the white car, who's got the blue car, it's a white SUV. I could see everything, so it was very peculiar.
And it was, when we did the course out at Bathurst that time, and we had half a dozen people there doing the tarot course, and some people picking up tarot quite quickly and other people weren't, and all different things. And you got the jewelry out and we're doing psychometry on it. And one lady went boom, didn't she? And she said she wrote down things, and she said, I'm not quite sure, and she took my jewelry.
Did she write?
Tracy got her to write it down, and she wrote things down, and she said, look, I don't think it's really anything, and I think...
But you don't.
But one of the things was a spiral she had, and it referred to my accident, because I had a spiral break in my arm.
Wow.
And so it was a little bit bizarre, yeah.
So you're seeing things...
Yeah, she actually got me too, yeah.
You're seeing things when you do psychometry, which is true psychometry, like a dream state.
Yeah.
So that's actually true psychometry, whereas...
yours is a combination.
Well, I think mine's more automatic writing, to tell you the truth, because I do the same thing when I do phone readings, and what it is, it's just the pen writing.
And you just then read it.
So it's not like the clairvoyant dream state that we get.
Yeah.
So yours is actually really true psychometry, because you could pick up an antique ring.
Yeah, and if someone gives me a ring that's not theirs...
I do get that, but I kind of know from the look of it anyway, so I don't touch it. But if you're feeling something and you think, oh, that's not yours, but there's no reason to, that's pretty true psychometry.
I like psychometry. I think it's a good way of tuning in.
So everybody, if you put a question up there, we will start pulling cards for people and things like that, and we will do something. But if you can put up specific questions, just not a general reading. So thank you. Peter Duelis, thank you very much. So you want me to read this out?
Yeah.
Oh, you really? I don't know about that, but you can.
Yeah, let's do it. I can't see.
I see that there will be a backflip from several people in your life, and I see...
Do you know what that means?
Yeah,
People just going right the other way. The opposite ends of the scale.
Right, yep. I see an opportunity of 2 jobs. Yep.
2
more jobs. So, out of my 4 I've got at the moment, I'd like another 2, please.
Yeah, I kind of know where they may be coming from.
A lady called Gwen is with you tonight, She's dead. Ooh,
Yeah, she is dead.
She's dead.
She's definitely not alive.
Not alive. I'm not sure about a Gwen, but that could be. I might have to ask my sister.
Yeah, you've got no idea.
I've got no idea.
Okay, I've got a question here from Jennifer. Hello, ladies. Wondering if you
Could talk
Upchuck.
properly.
If I
Yeah,
could
please
talk.
don't chuck.
Could pull a card for me whether I get my business started by the end of the year and the finances for it, Jennifer.
Well,
Do you want to do Jennifer?
I see a bit of procrastination there, Jennifer. Do you feel a bit of procrastination there?
I
Or
think
just getting roadblocks in every sort of sense? I'm getting a bit of roadblocks. So, I actually think by the end of the year is absolutely doable, but there's
something's stopping.
Yeah, there's things.
I might be not getting exact amount of money.
I think there's
that's-
a couple of things, and there's
Yeah.
a little bit of procrastination there.
Yeah, and I see that she'll get some of the money, but she's going to be a little bit short, and whether she can work with that or not, and that could be the
I think
hold up.
she can
She
work
can.
with that. Don't let that stop.
no, but
But
she's just got
The
to.
answer is yes, but you've just got to work with what you get. Does that
Yeah.
make sense? So yes, once it's up and running, it's going to go great. But looks like there's a lot of work involved, a lot of technical stuff.
Now, just back onto the psychometry and things like that. And hello, Troy. We love you, Troy. I'll read what he's written here. So, hey, Sue, Sharona, and Tracy Lou. Tracy Lee. When I sense my wife wants to tell me something, Troy's wife has passed away, so that anybody not knowing knows. I put my computer on and play my music playlist on random and let her select the songs as messages. I write each song and title and artist down, then look at it once I've finished playing Free Cell, and it always has specific info in the song lyrics relating to what is going on in my life at that time, at that moment in time.
That's
How
amazing.
Isn't that
great
a bit,
is
that's
that?
a bit goosebumpy. That's so sweet,
I'm
isn't
actually
it?
going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
going to do that.
Well, I play in the car. I'll be, when you're in a mood, and I've got a bit of driving to do, and I'm, you overthink. So I'll start asking questions, and I keep flicking stations. You got it on my steering wheel, so I'll flick it and see what the song is to see what the answer is.
Really?
And sometimes it's like, oh Jesus, and it could be someone talking, but they may be saying something that's directly with what I'm asking. Because for me, I'm not very good at doing myself.
No, you can't. You
It's
can't
too
be
hard.
impartial to yourself. That's
No.
why I do actually just flick a couple of tarot
Yeah.
cards. But you cannot be impartial to yourself because actually it can, if you do the cards too much to try and get the answer that you want, you're going to get a bit of anxiety.
Yeah.
But it's true. That's like my husband Matthew. When he's in big trouble, my Sharona comes on the radio, so there's a message in that, I reckon. But isn't that a wonderful thing? Answers through the music.
It is. It's good. Now, Kathy from Mount Annan has asked a question. Is her dad happy with the way the estate is being handled? I want to say yes, but something's unexpected around it as well. Because I feel like that he had plans for one thing, and it wasn't quite 100% what he wanted, but he's still okay with it. What do you
He's
think?
okay with it because they've sorted some things out.
Yes. I feel like there might have been a bit of conflict if they hadn't have gone the way they went.
I think sometimes it's a very highly emotional thing, and some people get, a bit carried away. But I'm sure I feel like he really is happy.
And I think he is trying to contact you, Kathy. You're having dreams, and he is talking to you through your dreams. But I feel like there's been a lot of stress around you in regards to how the estate's been handled. But I see that it's all coming okay, and there's a lot of new beginnings, and that you just need to ground yourself a little bit and stop panicking about it because he's okay with it all.
I just got him holding a baby.
Oh, wonder who's having a baby, not me.
Well, we said that before with your upchuck.
Yeah, that's not very nice.
Are you expecting?
Imagine that. Could you imagine that at my age? I would have a heart attack.
Well, I was 105 when I had
Yeah,
that one over there.
I'm 110.
I wouldn't be impressed.
You're 1 year older than me. That's it.
Yeah, I know, but to have a baby now, 110.
Do you guys want me to write some questions down?
Yes,
as well?
please.
Not even that. What if you're about 3
Yeah.
months old?
Now, Jay Carrar, When I paid my house off after my husband passed, I had a butterfly at my front door for weeks. I think he was happy with the result. I've often gone outside, and when I'm feeling low, I've had random feathers appear.
Yep, that's a sign.
That's messages, definitely messages from the angels. Like, you know, you just can't, how can you can't make up stuff like that with the feathers and all of those sort of things, and they're definitely signs, that and coins.
Coins, but do you think people have their individual signs and they just know as well?
Yeah. Like there could be birds, or there could be numerous things. Butterflies is a big one though, isn't it? On dragonflies is another one. I've got a friend who's had several miscarriages, and she was umming and ahhing about having another child. She already had 2 here, but where she was sitting at the beach, and past her came 6 dragonflies, but she'd had 5 pregnancies. So the 6th one for her was a sign that, okay, I can do it, I can have another one. And she did.
Wow.
And the 3rd one, the 6th one was a child that came through, but yeah, she said these dragonflies, and she said, I sat there and she said I counted them, and there were 6, and she'd had 5 pregnancies at that stage. It's weird, isn't it?
And you do know when everyone has different signs, but you just know.
Yeah.
Okay, and if the girls do a reading for you, if you could put something in the comments and let us know if you agree, disagree, or anything like that, that would be great. Now, Sarah Therese Porter has just asked with a heart. She must have put the broken heart before. Is my brother alive?
Yeah, I did see that question.
That's a hard question. That one is. It's he may not want to be found, too.
Wow. No, look.
I actually.
Look at us all. Look.
Yeah. I actually feel like there's a lot of things there. There was depression, and he probably didn't want to be found. But I get the sense, but it's really hard for us because we can look at it like straight away, and both of us just then thought he's not alive. But then we've gone, because sometimes it can be a death of that person and they've gone on to another life.
It's true.
And it's very difficult to say that, but my first thought was no, but then we both went, so
I don't know that.
Normally we go,
but I would
see. Look at this. There was medical things
issues,
there,
loneliness.
but then there's a deception of something like he's changed everything or
changed
gone
his name,
under,
become a new person, a new identity. So we're not answering that.
No. But I think we have actually.
Where there's not a body, there's hope.
That's true.
Yeah.
I actually think you're going to get that answer within a 2-year period. That's what I can tell you.
Yep.
That's what they just told me.
Yep.
Any other questions?
Kelly Lorking. My husband has a serious matter coming up in 5 weeks. May I please have a reading? I'm very stressed about it.
Okay. Is that a court matter, I would imagine? Because I see legal there. I see an issue with some money. But I feel like he's going to be okay. I feel like there's a celebration around it, and I do feel like there's been some deception around whatever's happened with him, and I'm not sure that deception it will be found out, and I think he's going to be okay. And I see a lot of new beginnings, and I do see the battles behind him, and I'm actually seeing a windfall of money of some description. So I hope that answers, but not knowing exactly the full story, I feel like that they're all right. The decision will be fine.
Off the shoulder.
That's it. Any other questions?
Okay, I've got a message here from Sharon.
Right.
Tracy Lee and Sharona were both absolutely right in what they told me. You both said I was going to be a grandma, and guess what? In big letters, I'm going to be a grandma by 2.
Ooh.
But you only told me 1, a grandson by the child I least expected. I didn't expect either child to get pregnant. Do you have any idea of what they will both be? I'm so excited. She's got a blue, red heart, blue, red
Well,
heart.
one of each.
Yeah.
A girl, boy,
Girl, boy.
Hedging there.
Yes. So
Excellent.
they're going to have babies. Beautiful babies for you.
I'm getting a pink and a blue.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Okay. So, Cass Edwards, can you see anyone in my future? Do you want to do this one?
We can both do
Oh,
it
we'll
if
do
you
both.
like.
Do a bit, see
Yeah.
how we go. Of course, there's going to be someone in the future. I guess she
Oh,
really wants to
I
know
actually
when.
see.
Cass has actually put up, I'm presuming it's still the same Cass, a couple of questions. So do you want an added on question with that?
Yeah.
Are my grandparents happy with the decisions I have made?
Yes, they are, but you went a bit left field, and I think they're saying a bit left field, but absolutely. I can see a mid-brown haired man who, and I've got the marriage card here, so and again, so I feel like there's certainly someone coming into your life, and this is pretty much permanent. He looks to me like a very down-to-earth, solid,
Grounded.
physical worker person, so yes, and I'll...
And I got for you, Cass, that I actually feel like you've met this person before. I don't know that you've been friends or
Crossing
anything.
paths?
Cross paths, definitely cross paths. And I've got a job change for you, so I don't know if you're looking for new work, but I've got a job change, and you're asking about your grandparents. Your grandfather, I'm getting, was really straight to the point, straight up and down, and it was like he wanted you to do A, B, C. You not only did A, B, C, you did, what's next? D, E, F. So I feel like you've done a lot more than what he expected, and he's very happy with that, particularly your grandfather. I think your grandmother would have gone along with anything, whatever was being said. They're showing me that there is a lot of new beginnings for you, and there is a new job, and I feel like once you start your job, this is when you're going to meet someone. It's all going to be bang, bang, bang. Like there's money being here, new job, new boy, or new partner. I shouldn't say boy because it could be any, but new love, and it's someone you know, or kind of know. Okay.
Yay!
Yeah. Ooh. If you just refresh your screen, if the picture's a little blurry, I'm good.
We look a bit better now.
I'll just refresh my screen, and
We look
we're
like
looking pretty
gremlins.
good. We're looking pretty good now.
We didn't look
So-
good before.
No,
I don't
Look
good
like
anyway.
smashed avocados.
no, we're looking pretty good for a couple of old chooks.
Speak for yourself. Alison Holding. I'm the young. Oh no, I'm not the youngest. Can you see romance for me? It's another question about romance. Can you see romance for me?
Well, we've both put out some, eh?
So please let us know in the comments if you can, guys. Also, a number is 0436 370 892. You can text questions through to there. We're just not doing any phone calls tonight because Tracy Lee's not very well. So we just don't want it, just in case, just a...
Leave. Alison, I've got that you're holding on to someone in your past, and I don't feel like you've let go of that person, and until you let go of the person, then the new person won't come in. But I do see that it will happen, of course, but I just feel like you're dealing with some issues. So write and burn, and I've said this numerous times, write about whatever's annoyed you in your past, with the past relationship, let go of that, burn, let the universe deal with them. I have got study around you, so I don't know whether you're thinking about studying or learning on the job, but there's learning, and I do see you coming to the crossroads with a lot of things, but yes, there's definitely love for you, and I think you'll meet someone by November. What do you think?
How funny. I got, when it's really, really stinking hot, she's going to meet someone, and I think the worst month of the year is November.
Yeah, it is, because you never know what you're going to get, do you?
Oh, sometimes it can be. I remember being at a wedding in the Hunter Valley and just everyone passing out in the church.
Peep.
I actually got the same thing, someone around the heat of the summer, and I'm getting some sort of pastime that you're doing at the time, or something that you're doing, like a gathering
Fitness
of
or something.
fitness or something. And I feel like this person's around there, so, and it's around the time of travel, but it's not to do with travel. So absolutely, there's romance in the air. What is that song by John Paul Young?
Love is in the air.
Love is in the air,
Do you
but
remember how he danced?
Badly.
Oh, like this.
I like
Yeah.
John Paul Young.
Love
Like
is in the
one
air.
foot, 1 foot.
Yeah, don't give up your day job, girls. And I just want to say to Alison, she's got to start living because sitting at home is not going to get her anyone.
No.
She's sat down, like, dealing with something.
Well, I think you should get fit because it looks like there's sport or something around this.
Bit like my
person.
own self.
Yeah, you're always out there hitting balls and
Running.
like a
Pam
free
Anderson.
little spirit that you
I'm
are.
like Baywatch.
You are accepted. I
laughing
can't
at.
talk.
I'll just walk in slow motion. Amy's going, what are those lunatics up to?
Locking you out.
So I could see Sue come run down the beach, whacking you this way, whacking me that way.
Okay, so Kylie Renton wants to know about work. She wants to, your cat's attacking Thomas.
He thinks it's me.
Yeah.
Card for work. Do you want to do that?
Oh, card for work.
Yeah.
Right.
Where's cat gone?
He's going out.
What was the question?
Just how is work going for her?
Well, I actually saw, if you look at this, it's a step up. So there's more money or more responsibility. However, I did see some issues, hopefully they've passed, and it's with people that are right something heads. And I feel like it's either passing or it's passed. And I think this girl doesn't suffer fools easily, and it's been a little bit difficult, but I can see the sun shining through and more money and more responsibility.
So that's a good thing. I've just said someone saying it's freezing. It might be there in
Can
mine.
we
No, because mine just
Yeah.
went out.
Can
It's
we
ended.
just end that one?
Can you just press end
this
live video?
Okay, this one. Is my ex going to let
Thank
my
you.
children hyphenate their last name? Will they end up in court? Will we end up in court?
He's just
Not going to do it. No, no. You'll have to end up in court.
Yeah, and got the legal thing too.
I lost the remote to my car last night. Can you please tell me where to look? Also, will I get married?
That's two ends of different questions, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to
The
say
remote.
the remote to the car.
I actually,
Is it under something?
yeah, but I keep getting like the pathway up to wherever she was going or something. Like could have been a hallway or it's rolled under something, you're right.
It's under something.
It's there,
And will I get married?
yes.
I think so too. I've been a single mum for a little while. I just wanted to know if I will ever be at peace with my ex. I've also been struggling with kids. I have 4. Will it get any better? Is my nana who passed away happy where she is? Thank you, Trisha. So will she ever find peace with her ex? I feel like that there's still connections there for whatever reason.
yeah.
He just doesn't want to let go. So I would say to you, Trisha, put his name in the freezer and try and freeze
Yes.
out his negative energy. I feel like one of the kids in particular, I want to go to number 3, is playing up a little bit, and I think it's to do with that one feeds off her emotions and gets a little bit down. So when she's down, that one goes down. I feel like it's a male, and if it's number 3 is not a boy, then it's whichever one is the boy. Your nana's fine, she's happy with everything, yes. And what was the other one? Look, and the struggles, I feel like in the next 6 months you'll come to a bit of a happy medium with your ex-partner, and I do feel like there's things turning a corner for you, and you're not sleeping though. You need to get some sleep, and there's still a little bit more trouble, but after the next lot of trouble I feel like things will settle down. You need to meditate, calm your mind down and give yourself a break. You're way too hard on yourself.
Yeah, you're human.
Yeah, and money's improving. I feel like money's improving.
Definitely improvement there.
Yeah.
What have we got on the list here?
You have a look. You pick one. I'm going to look
How
over
do
here.
we pronounce that?
Nicaea?
Lucia?
Nicaea.
Lucia.
Yeah, I don't know.
Will I have my life back?
Now you can put your questions up in the comments, and please share our page.
Ooh.
Thank you. and or text your questions through to 0436 370 892. We'll be looking at that. We're not doing any phone readings because Tracy Lee is sick tonight. Don't forget, we're going to be at Revesby Workers on the 1st of June. If you want to come and see us there, please, and come and share the love across the screen for us, everybody.
Nice to see her. Nice to see her.
I see ya.
She's a regular.
I know she is, and I'm just got a mental blank about how to pronounce her name, but you know who you are. Well, I have my life back. I actually think that you've taken on so much. You're like an angel. And I felt like there was a lot of legal issues around you, but not for you. Maybe around kids or something like that. And it's like you've taken on all this responsibility, and not just that responsibility, you seem to be responsible for everybody. I feel like in some ways, because you've taken on this responsibility, life has gone back to 20 years ago sort of thing. But I feel like things will change, probably not for another 12 months or so. I feel like then things will settle down. What do you think, Trace?
I think so. I feel like she's had a bit of deceit in her life. For some reason, I just feel like she's just holding on to that deceit, and she needs to let go of that deceit, and whatever the legal issue was, once she's through all that, or that's all settled, I see a good outcome, bright things coming for this one. Just, again, you just have to go through this moment, don't you, to get to the next one. Now,
Some people just take on a lot, don't they?
Well, they do, and
Everything.
yeah, that would be someone like me.
Yeah, exactly. No, yes. Yes.
This one, I know this young boy, and he's only 17, this kid. No offence, Cody, but you're only 17.
Star.
Read what he's doing.
I'm getting star.
Yeah, you know what he does? He's a DJ, so he's got his own, but he's running a festival up the mid-north coast. He's got a grant from the local council to do this festival, and I want you to answer it because I obviously
I pinned his comment to the top to say it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to answer because I don't know Cody, but I just got star.
Yeah, he's a good kid, this one.
You're a star, Cody. And don't second guess it. You can pull it off. Absolutely. And at the end of it, you're going to be on such a high, but now you're doubting yourself a little bit because a couple of people have let you down. Now, that's all going to come through okay. If you haven't got this, then this will come through, if that makes sense. So do not ever give up, because this is the first of many that you're going to do. Many, many, many.
This is where he's going to learn, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It was funny because I spoke to him on the weekend, and I actually said to him, he said he's got a committee, and I said, have you got an older person on the committee? Because he needs a mentor, an older person.
Did you volunteer?
Yeah, no. Maybe. No, I just felt that they're right. They're going to do it, but they just need someone that's got a little bit more older eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
Because this is a young group. They're young. They're
Well,
kids.
sometimes they don't always know. You know, they might take no for an answer, and other people, you know, older, wiser will not take no for an answer.
No, they'll go around the back door. They backdoor
exactly
everything. Right. So I agree with you. I think it is going to be successful. I think, though, I would bring it back a little bit because I feel like he wants this massive big day out. I don't know that he's going to do that. I think if he brings it in a little bit, maybe tone it down a little bit, it's going to be a great couple of days.
Couple of letdowns, I feel.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You just go
get
to
up.
the next thing.
But in the scheme of things, in a big event like that,
Things
it's
go.
going to be
We
always
just go
a
to the
little.
next thing.
Yeah.
Or you keep pushing the letdowns.
Yeah, don't, you know.
So yes,
I think it's going to be
Shit happens
great.
sometimes.
Well, as soon as I just felt he's a little star. So, yes.
he's a good boy, Cody.
Troy, no, we won't be coming to Melbourne this year. I don't know.
Really want to go to Melbourne. I do.
You do, I know. We've actually been maybe not even going down for Melbourne Cup this year. But in saying that, early next year, you have our Shepparton from you.
Are you waiting for someone to answer?
Yeah, he
try
can't
to answer me.
answer us.
Try to answer me. So
Oh,
yes.
here we go.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay.
It's that time of night.
It's a bit early tonight.
He's
Alison Holdings commented on what we've said. Can you have a look at that? Can you see it?
Alison.
Holding.
Sometimes I can't see it in.
Stop recording halfway through my reading. Oh well, I got right and burn, so I'll do that. Okay, so this one is, will I sell my house? Sonia Ol.
Okay, can I give a little bit of a
Yes, I know what
trick
you're
that you've
gonna
got to do? Okay, so Sonia, what you do is you get a picture of the property that you're selling, maybe off realestate.com, or take a picture yourself as long as it's a printed picture, and write sold across it. Write the amount that you know that you should get without going silly, but what you know you really want for that house, and fold it up and put it in the freezer and wait for the universe to do its trick. But I feel yes, but I have always done that trick with every single house, every single house that I've ever sold, and it's sold very quickly, even sometimes in the worst kind of markets. And actually, when I did that last time, the house wasn't even on the market. I told my husband I was going to ring the real estate that day, and I did, and I'd already put it in the freezer that morning, and by 6 o'clock that night, that house was gone.
I told my mum and dad they had their house on the market at Sussex Inlet, and it was taking ages to sell. It just wouldn't sell. My mum rang me going, oh, I told her to do that.
Well, it's not a big market, it's a slow
market down there, and I told her to do that. I told her to change real estates and do that, and it sold in the first week.
That's right.
And they got the money that they wanted. So which is good.
It's pretty good.
Esther Jeans would love some guidance on her spiritual path. I love the spiritual path ones. I think the thing with when you're on a spiritual journey, I think the most important thing is you go and do courses, or you go and join circles or whatever, but you stay true to yourself.
That's exactly right. You stay true to yourself, and you take a piece out of everything you learn and do it the way you know.
Want to, yeah.
Don't let anyone tell. I actually had a lady come to one of my courses that I did a long time ago. I don't do them anymore if anyone asks. But she had done a course down in Barrel somewhere, and she failed. It was a psychic course. How did that happen?
How did you fail?
Well, she failed. And she came like real meek and mild, and she was great. And I just thought, how do you fail? So
they're not
it's
even
because she
qualified
wasn't doing it
anyway. That's right.
by the book.
By
Don't by their book.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to a world international
Yes, I know.
renowned.
That was actually quite frightening for her.
frightening for her.
Yes. It
And
really was, because I wouldn't have crossed you.
no,
And you know how I feel about doing things the way everybody wants to do them.
I just thought
I would have loved to be a
she
fly
graded everyone, which is fine.
That's so wrong.
That's so disrespectful. But at the end of the day, you can't make mini-me's. I didn't want to be her.
No, that's
No,
right.
I did not want to be her. I didn't want to read like her.
No.
What I wanted to learn from her was to get some guidance on maybe how to tune in differently. I mean, this was a few years ago, so things were very different for me then. How to tune in differently. How to, maybe if you have a difficult situation, how to assist me with that situation. All she did was berate me because I didn't read like she was.
I know, and that's one thing that Tracy and I are quite passionate about.
His individual.
Everybody reads different, and nobody's wrong.
Nobody's
and
right.
You read a million books, do a million courses, but do it the way you want to do it. So if you get something pop into your head, then that's the way it is.
I mean, I think a course or something like that, a mediumship course or a tarot course, it'll be the key to unlocking whatever your direction
if
of
you've
it's
got
going
the
to
right,
be, isn't
right
it? Yes.
person is not going to
Yes.
fail you.
Yeah.
I had to dance. I
I
didn't
know,
like freaking dance.
but I can't imagine that.
And then later
I
on,
don't
you had to
know
be
how.
the tissue girl.
Did you say no?
No,
No, I think her words were, Sue, you better be there because I'm about to kill somebody.
Yes.
What she said was, she said,
You know, there was a jealousy thing
look, I
You-
walked in, I
yeah.
just wanted to observe. I didn't want to partake. I just wanted to observe. I paid the money. I could do whatever I want, I felt.
there. Yeah.
And then she wanted me to be the tissue girl. And I've gone, right over.
Hang on, nothing wrong being the tissue girl. I'm here. Hey.
No, but it wasn't that. It was, she said I had too much ego. I'm the,
But she has the
Oh,
ego.
and I
She
said
had
to
the
her,
ego.
anyone who knows me knows that I don't have ego. Maybe you need to look at yourself.
Yeah,
And I
exactly.
said, why are you threatened by me? Who gives a crap what I do? Like, just leave me to the side and I didn't want to dance. I wasn't going to jump around like, you know. I thought next thing they were going to get me naked or something. I was like, no, I'm not doing
But
that.
why do we have to dance?
You don't have to dance.
I've come across that a few times, you know,
Oh.
about these courses and things like that where
It was
they
a bit like
just
psychic idol.
force you
Yeah.
to dance.
Next thing you know,
Force me to dance.
Well,
I
like-
dance very badly. My children will tell you I dance very badly.
see, I love dancing. I'm the dancing queen.
Yeah, I like dancing too, but I'm not going to do it in that psychic situation.
No,
Okay.
Trust me.
Have we got another question, ladies?
We've
There,
got,
I know.
yeah. Now, Kelly asked about a husband with a serious matter 5 weeks ago. I think we answered that one. That was
Yeah.
a court one. I think we did that one.
Yeah.
Julie, I know. So do you want to do Julie?
Yep.
And then,
Somebody just asked about our Gympie dates, which I think is the
13th of July.
13th of July. But you'll actually find that on the Symphony of Spirit site. So that's just for Tracy Lee.
Julie. This is for Julie. I actually feel like there's been, I'm not going to say bitterness in the past, but I feel like there's been endings. And I feel like there's still stop, start. And there's someone quite frustrating around you. They're telling me the month of August is going to be a big change where, Julie, you may be waiting for the bubble to burst, but it won't. Things will be a lot better. But as I said, I've seen all these endings and stop, start, but they're telling me the month of August is going to be really good in regard to your love life. So whatever's happening then, good luck to you and please let me know.
so I've got a question here from Jen. Her, please advise on finances. And her son has applied for a dream job. Will he get it? And thank you, Jen. And P.S. Your kitty is beautiful.
Kitty.
The pussycat.
Well, she didn't want to say pussy.
You know, that's coriander. That is coriander, that one.
I knew you were going to do that.
Yeah.
Now, finances.
Tracy Lee, anyone who loves Holdens doesn't have an ego.
Yes. I'm a Holden girl. Who's that?
Troy.
Troy knows you well.
He knows me well. Now, the finances, I do see them improving, but I want to say, look, Sue got me onto this book. Everyone needs to read that Barefoot Investor thing, don't
Is it
they?
really good?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
really?
he is really good.
And
But
that's-
you're about the third person who's talked to me about that.
Do you know what? It's not that it's
Oh,
not.
not talk to me, but mention that book.
Yeah, it's not that you don't. It's not things that you don't already know, but I think it forces you to do practice those things.
Mm.
And he'll say to you, you do X, Y, Z, and you think, okay, well, I should do that, and you do it rather than you know you should do it, but you don't do it. I do see her finances improving. I feel like it's around work. I see there's a change at work where there's more money coming through work. The dream job, I'm a little bit iffy about that because I feel like there's going to be a delay and then he'll get it. So I feel like there's going to be a bit of heartache and then he'll get it. Does that make sense? You don't know,
Yes.
do you? But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like that he may not get it the first time round, but it might be the second time round. So tell him not to give up hope, but there is success around this boy, and there's a celebration as well. But I do feel like there'll be a couple of issues. And I want to say to this lady, Jen, that you need to get a bit of balance in your life. And I feel like you're spending a little bit of time alone. You're introverted a little bit. So you need to deal with a few things because I feel like there's been a few issues around her. Finances are one problem. May have been a bit of deceit with that. But things will improve. And I do see a pregnancy coming to your circle. So I don't know who it is, but there's a new baby coming. Did you want to pick another one?
Oh, I'm drawn to this one. I actually felt really sad.
Which was the one?
This is Jay.
Yeah.
Jay Kara.
Yeah.
Will I ever be able to move forward and be happy again?
April is always a rough month for me. Clarity for my future is something I crave. And that's Jay.
Of course you're going to be able to move forward, but you don't ever forget. I just felt the stab of sadness there, like an ending or someone's left your life in like a death. It's like a complete ending. I feel like you're not allowing yourself to be happy, if that makes sense. It's like every time you laugh, you get a stab of guilt. That's what I'm getting, which is really even sadder. And if it is to do with someone who's passed, they would never want you to be like that. You actually have to find joy in your life to, to honour the memory of other people that have passed away. You're allowed to be happy, and the only person that can make you happy is you. And I know that's easy to say, especially when you've had a loss, but I just really want you to know that you're allowed to be happy, and there's things happening in your life in the next 12 months that will make you happy, but you've got to allow yourself to be happy. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of
It
sense.
just made me sad looking at that.
I've just, there was a question here I wanted, and I've just lost it. Hi Glenda Taylor, how are you?
Hello, Glenda.
Two Glendas.
Now,
There's another Glenda.
I'm a bit unsure. Sandra Van Duren. Hi girls. Every reading you do is different. Spirit. Hang on. There's no comments or anything. Hi girls. Every reading you do is different. Spirit is the one who calls the shots.
Oh, it's just about our conversation.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
Spirit is the one
Who calls the shots?
Well,
yeah.
sometimes it's all different areas.
That's right.
I don't think we're quite.
And she asked, does she have a message? Do we have a message for her? Ooh.
What was her name?
Sandra Van Duren. Ooh.
I keep getting this man. He's a bit of a ginger.
Mm-hmm.
His hair was very short. I actually feel like there's movement around Sandra, and they're telling me that there's movement or a move or something happening where she's got to go, but she's holding herself back. They're telling me to open that door and run, but in a really good way. Take the opportunity, I think that means.
Mm-hmm.
Take the opportunity that's presented to you in the next 3 months and really go with it.
Okay, I've just got Sarah Kate O'Toole here. She's just had her first recent long-term breakup. She just needs some answers to some questions. Should she wait or should she move on? So my first instinct for you, Sarah, is I feel like that there's things that have happened here that shouldn't have happened, and I feel like you would never have done the things that have been done or said, because come back, he'll come back. But you're not going to be alone. You've just got to learn a little bit, and I feel like you've got to understand what's right for you by accepting how you want to be treated and how you should be treated. And I think that you're better than a lot of that's happened to you, and you're obviously the long-term breakup. There's a lot of learning that's gone on here. I just feel you need to worry about you first. You make yourself happy, and then everything will fall into place. In saying that, I do feel like he will want to come back, but you have to make up your mind whether you want him back, and it will be your decision, not his.
Absolutely.
But I think you just need to work on you for a little bit, and everything will fall into place.
Yep.
People not hearing us. Somebody that Jay just asked for another reading. Did she not hear what you just said?
Well,
I don't
can
know.
everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Can we hear everything okay?
And I
I
wouldn't
think
be able
that-
to say it
I
again,
think-
but geez, I was just did a long answer to that question.
Well, they
Jay,
need to go
I
back.
did a
Yeah.
long answer to that question.
I
It
think,
actually made me very sad.
so I think they need to just go back and listen.
Yeah.
Laurie Smith from Canada. Things are crazy in my life right now. Could you pull a card, please?
Okay. Oh, Laurie, you've got to go with some things. It's like there's forcible change. I don't know what that means, but it's like I feel like you're being pushed in this direction and you're putting out fires everywhere where family is concerned. There's lots of things going on around you, but you're resisting some change. I actually have a lady in spirit who's saying, it's all right, calm down, you cannot fix everything. You cannot possibly do it. I feel like there's some money coming up around you, and it's like, you know when you put like something in the middle of the table and everyone grabs for it?
Snap.
Snap. You have some money coming and you need to keep it to yourself. I feel like there's too many energies around you going, mine, and do this for me, and I feel like there's resisting of change and you've got to go with it. I feel like there's a move and there's some changes with work and there's some money around you, so things are going to get less crazy, but sometimes you may be your own worst enemy.
Now, Mary Burton has put up here, my mum is very unwell in hospital and has mentioned that she feels someone running her feet, but she doesn't see anyone there. Is her brother or sister coming for her?
That's a sister. That's a lady. And I'm getting shown that the rubbing of the feet, it's like she wants to put oil or I keep smelling
She
lavender.
wants to soothe.
Yeah, I keep smelling lavender.
You're getting the lady and I, as soon as you said that, I saw her on that side, but then I've got a Neville on the other side.
Yeah, I've just got someone wanting to rub her feet with lavender. I feel like it's an old
Like someone, yeah, I know what you mean.
remedy, or you know,
Like
if I
some
rub
olive oil and some
lavender oil, and if I rub her feet, that'll help us.
It'll help her better.
Yeah.
Make her better.
And I feel like obviously there's pain in her legs, and I feel like this lady's nose can feel the pain, especially around her calves and around the top of her feet, and I feel like this lady's trying to fix it for her. I'm doing this down the bottom of her calves, like I feel like I'm doing that, does it?
Yeah.
And I that's where I feel like it is. It's her sister, but there's also an older lady there as well, not just her what did you say, auntie?
Yes.
Yeah, there's another older lady as well.
Yes.
Grandmother.
Yes. So yeah. Okay. Cool.
This is for Chad. Change of job.
The Chad.
The Chad.
The Chad.
The Chad.
What's that, Elle?
Charlie's Angels.
The Chad.
The Chad.
Oh, that's
The
right.
Chad.
Drew Barrymore.
The
Chad. The
She
Chad.
ended up marrying him.
Did she?
Yeah, lasted 3 days or something.
In real life?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Tom
There's a
Wilson's.
look at this. Classic separation of work situations and another opportunity. A lot of deceit around work.
Is Chad a reader?
Chad is a reader, but he's not
Reading.
actually reading, but he's definitely a reader, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe pulled away from it a little bit.
I feel like he got
fell in
burnt.
it, he got burnt.
Who-
I think he got burnt. He never told me he did, but I think he
I
did
just
too.
got told he got burnt.
Well, I think that happens to him at work as well. I think he's just the loveliest guy, and there's some energies you need to be really careful of. But in saying that, sometimes these things happen to force about change. You need to look at any offer that comes your way, Chad, because I feel like there's an opportunity of a change. You could stay where you are forever. You really don't want to do that. And look after your mum, which I know you do.
Now I've got a message here. You're gonna love this. Hi Dakota Morgan. I met you on the cruise. We're actually sober now.
How did you or did meet us?
No, she met us.
That
what we
was not
drunk
you
to?
doing
That-
the karaoke.
That was me doing the
Oh,
karaoke.
yeah.
Yes. So hi Dakota.
Is Dakota the American girl?
No.
No, she's
No.
the Wollongong girl. So Dakota,
Oh, that pretty little girl. That pretty.
She's
gorgeous
beautiful.
little girl.
She's gorgeous.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
I was
Trace-
the best behaved, just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Made me feel like the one. Isn't there a song, Dakota? Made me
Can you
feel
not?
like the one.
I've got no
No,
idea
you're on your
about
own with that one. So Dakota, we're going to be down in Shell Harbour Workers this Friday night, just Tracy, Lee and myself, if you want to come there.
And Sue will be
sis?
sober.
I'll be sober. So I may do a rendition of Joan Jett again,
Please don't.
if I get the microphone for the
Please
sound
keep your
check.
shoes on.
I will have my shoes on, although will kick me out of the club if I haven't got my shoes on now.
Just
So-
wear your Uggs.
With my
I can't believe it. I would never even admit to meeting us because we were naughty.
Well, you were.
I wasn't. I was
You
good.
were fine.
I was a good girl. You were having a pity party.
Yeah, I was having my own pity
She
party
was
there.
having a pity party.
Yeah.
Well, we won competitions because Sue's going through and do something. Do something, and then the next time I went, no, you do something.
No, she did. That dance, it was like the what was that waltz that I kept seeing?
It was like
The
you
Fantasia. In my little hippo outfit. Have I told you about the time I did that naked?
The only one laughing is you. It's not funny.
No.
It's up in cyberspace. It
I
could
know.
end up anywhere.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. It's 8:30. Shall we call it a
Yes.
night?
We'll leave people with that terrible thought there.
You've
The
scarred them
hippo
for
dance.
life.
I've scarred them for life, yes.
She showed Ashley, and Ashley has never recovered.
Yeah.
Oh,
I lost a bet. I lost a bet that I had to do a nudie run or something.
And you actually
So-
did it?
Because I didn't want to actually have to do what I was supposed to do. When I was away, I worked as a sales rep out in the country. So what I did was I set the video camera up in the room. Football was on. It was Thursday night. Footy was on. So I decided, right, whipped off the gear, did the whole nudie run in the motel, across in front of the bed, like this, like this.
All I seen was Fantasia.
And sent it off to my fella at the time, and
It's in cyberspace.
yeah, he said the picture was just a bit small on the phone. So yeah, but Tracy was just mortified that I did that. It's gonna be in cyberspace. Oh, it's
Some
some
sickos
yeah,
like
look,
Yeah.
hey, you
I
know.
all I could see, I swear to God, was Fantasia.
Bit faster than that though.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
it was just sped up Fantasia.
Yeah, so
We're back next week.
we are back next week.
We're doing
Same
better.
bat time, same bat station.
Same bats?
Same bats, yes. We will have,
We promise Sue will keep her clothes on.
I will. So please watch, like and share. Put your comments in the comments section. We'll do phone readings next week. We will do
Some
card
readings.
readings next week.
So maybe if people inboxed a few questions,
Yeah.
we could do a couple of questions.
Yep.
So we're not writing.
Yep. And also, if anybody wants to come, I'm doing an anxiety oil workshop tomorrow night. So
I'll
if
send my husband.
yeah, in Campbelltown. So it's on the Symphony Spot website, Symphony of Spirit website. If you want to come along, I'm doing essential oils for anxiety. So at the CWA Hall in Campbelltown.
Excellent.
So yes, if anybody wants to come back, Friday night we're at Shell Harbour Workers Club. If you want to come there,
May 20th.
May
we're
20th we are
Gifted Life.
Gifted Life at
Campbelltown
Campbelltown
Theatre.
Theatre.
Near the mall.
Yes.
Sunday at 2.
I've got a
and-
wedding the night before.
I know you better get home early.
Yep, no drinking for you at the wedding.
And the 1st of June, Sharana, I and Sue will be at Riversby
Riversby Workers Club. Tickets are on sale
And
now
we're
for
doing
that.
them for a really reasonable price.
Oh,
aren't we?
very, very good price. Very,
Yeah,
very good price.
20.
About 25 bucks.
Bring your friends.
Yeah, 25 bucks
We're
for
gonna have
tickets, something like
dinner,
that.
My
drink.
friend Sharon came to see me today and she's bringing her
Yes,
friends.
Sammy McCaffrey. In May we are in Wagga. Yes.
Wagga.
Goulburn.
Goulburn.
We're in Goulburn then as well. Goulburn and Wagga. And yeah, all around the place. But if you want to check Symphony of Spirits website, all the dates are up there as well.
Thank you.
So-
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, everybody. Hope you have a great evening and take care out there on the roads.
See you
Thank
next
you.
week.